Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon Wakeo, and I'm really humbled this moment to be part of this video and to be part of you audience. So subscribe before we start. Subscribe to my channel. It's free of charge to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you may be getting more videos when I upload them. And now today I'm going to focus more on mental health. Last time I talked about the symptoms one may experience when you are struggling with mental health case. And what people need to understand is everyone has a mental health issue. The only problem that or the difference that comes in is the level of the madness, or let's not call it the level of the madness, but the level of the health of the mind. So let's learn to take care of our minds. Our minds are very important because the brain is the one that communicates to the entire body on what should be done, on what one should do. So let's learn to take care of ourselves mentally, in terms of mental health. So don't feed yourself with negative thoughts. Negative thoughts will never take you to the next step. Rather, feed yourself with positive vibes or for positive thoughts, and don't be over too ambitious again, and don't be under ambitious. Just be on the neutral ground, though it's good to be ambitious, but don't be over ambitious. So today I'm going to talk about how you can handle someone who is suffering from mental health disease. And what people need to understand, a mental disease is just like any other disease. Just like you cut your finger and the finger gets sick, you have a flu from your nose, and the nose, you're there now sneezing now and then. Again, you can have a problem with your eyes, you can have a problem with your heart, you can, like, any part of the body is prone to getting sick. And let's not stigmatize people who are going through a mental health disease, because it is just like a disease like any other. And one of the causes of a mental health disease, so first, it could be genetically passed to you. Maybe someone from your family suffer back from your ancestors back there. Maybe one of them had such kind of a disease. And again, some are led to by stress. And again, if you had an accident or you hit your head in the past, this thing could come up to emerge later and cause you a mental health disease. So let's not laugh at people when you see them going through such kind of a diseases, and you imagine like you're so special, like you're there, you're like, hey, I thank God. I thank God I'm not going through this. But you don't know, maybe tomorrow it's you, tomorrow it's your child, tomorrow it's one of your family members, and you're there thanking God that you thank God you haven't gone through this. So, number one, stress. I like Let me refer to the COVID pandemic that happened, and people lost their sources of livelihood. Like, people lost their sources of income, people lost their class, people lost their living standards. People had to, and it's not easy to adjust. Like, you've been living a certain level of life for about 10 years, and now a time has come, you have to go down, and you have to sell your property, you have to go down and live a lower life than you lived. Let's understand that these things are normal. Sometimes even you can be having a house, and an accident occurs and fire arises, and you are there starting from zero. I know it's hard starting from zero. Like you see those people who have their houses demolished, and this person maybe had taken a loan. This is someone who needs counseling because it's not easy. Again, sometimes we plan our lives and sometimes they don't work out the same way we had planned, and we feel like we have lost everything. It is not the loss of hope, it is not the point of losing hope. It's the time to gather up yourself and tell yourself, I'm going to start all over again. There is nothing wrong with starting all over again. It is okay to start again and tell yourself that it is not over until it is finished. But if you cling to what negative thing has happened in the past, you will never move on, and that is a very dangerous move. So let's learn to, people think that some of these diseases occur to, like they tell themselves, for us, we've never experienced such a thing. It's just the same case like for some people, you sit down and you imagine like, oh, I'm a very careful driver. For me, I cannot have an accident. You tell yourself you will never be in the hospital, or you tell yourself your body is so special, it cannot experience some things other people are experiencing. My friend, you're just lying to yourself, because with time answers all questions. You may find yourself in a situation you never imagined at all. It never even crossed your mind that at one day, one time, I'll go through this kind of a situation. So learn to adjust accordingly. Sometimes things fall apart. Things fall apart to a point you cannot even like recollect yourself and move on. So it's the high time that we learn to adjust. Again, they say that adjusting so quickly shows like you have a don't care attitude. Yeah, sometimes it may happen. So, but what you need to understand is that in this life, you have to move on, you have to adjust, you have to embrace how you're living right now as you focus on tomorrow, as you work for it. So, first live today and live it like it is the only day you had on earth. I'm not talking about careless living where you are there and you're taking all the whole whiskey bottle because you think that there is no tomorrow. No, I'm not saying so. Engage yourself in activities that bring you joy. Exercise, eat well, meet with your friends, share. Such kind of a life is what I'm talking about. So let's learn to take care of our minds, because they are very important. For those of you or those people, let me say, in everything you do in this world, you have to use your brain. There's no any time your brain will not be important. It is very important. Then there's this category of people who you tell what you're going through, and the guy or girl is just laughing at you, as in they are so happy about it. Those are not people to have in your life. Those are people to cut off and never even imagine of them. They are not worthy having you. The best friends you can ever have, the best friends you can ever have are friends who understand you and who would want to see you grow, who would want to see you succeed together. But if you have a friend who doesn't even like mm, think about your progress, or maybe your progress is a threat to them, then my friend, you are in the wrong friendship, and that is very, very wrong. So choose your friends wisely and share. Like, if you find that you cannot share some things with your parents, you can choose someone else you can talk to. And if any case it goes worse and you feel that you're not secure sharing with a certain person, then you can seek a professional counselor to do the counseling for you. So again, today I'm going to educate people on how you can live with people who suffer mentally, or people who are going through a difficult time. I think it's more of being a counselor on how you can counsel someone who is going through a difficult time. And one of the things you have to, I'm just going to give quick tips for talking honestly and authentically about mental health. And number one, when someone is struggling, just listen. Number one, when someone is struggling, just listen. Listen to what this person is going through. Don't be quick to give your opinion, but listen to what this person is going through. It's very important to listen. Give this person a listening ear. When someone is struggling, give them an ear and listen to them. The next, let that person share at their own speed. Like, don't rush them. Though we are very busy with our lives, sometimes don't even get time to sit down and talk with those we love. We don't get time to listen to what the person is going through. As in, we are so busy, we don't have time for our friends. It is very wrong. Create time. When this person tells you that I'm struggling with this and this, create time to listen, and listen without passing any judgment or offering any advice. First, listen, and listen attentively so that you can see how you can help this person. Then there are people who just watch you drown and you eventually die. And when you die, that's when they are like, they come back and they are now saying, "Oh, I wish I knew. I could have helped this person do this." And that is why you're finding people committing suicide, because there was nobody to listen to what they were going through. So I won't blame the other people, but on the other hand, let's learn to check on our friends. Learn to check on our loved ones frequently to know how they are doing and how they are faring on, because at one time you might just be quiet and something happens and you don't know how it happened, and you are there wishing, you are there now saying, "I wish I knew this person was going through this and this and this, I would have helped." But it will be too late, because you never cared. You never cared to find out how the other person is doing. And what I can say is that we all experience mental health differently. And that's very okay. That's very okay. Because there are so many things we believe in. Spiritually, we believe in this. Physically, we believe in that. And the, there are things like you can't change from a person. And changing a person is not easy. So let's not force beliefs on other people. Let's not force religion to other people, though we keep on preaching to them and telling them, when you serve God and when you serve humanity, but serving humanity is next to serving God. If you don't serve humanity, and what do I mean by humanity? Humanity is, if you are the kind of a person who loves when another person is going through a problem, then you're not serving humanity. You're not. Selfish people are not serving humanity at all. They are not serving any humanity. And the people who want to see themselves better than others, well, they may be working hard, but if you are exploiting the poor, you're not serving humanity. You're not serving humanity at all. If you are the kind of person who can never help someone in need, someone who comes and cries to you and tells you, there are those who are genuine. I think the problem with us people, some of them have improvised ways of conning us our hard-earned money, and they have created a bad picture and now they make it hard for those who have genuine needs to be listened to, because you'll be listening and you're like, oh, this one now has come to con me money. But there are those who have genuine cases, and let's not have this behavior of begging. There are those people who will always be begging all the time, and you ask someone, how about you think of doing something? How about you deny yourself and your status and you do something, and the person is not willing to do anything? There are those who have that begging spirit. They want things done for them. And in most cases, those people who want things done for them, they can never do anything for you. So let's not have selfish thoughts. Like, everyone is fighting to get somewhere, everyone is working hard to get somewhere. So don't be a lazy bone and a beggar, yet you are healthy and strong. Imagine of a scenario where a blind man is working, a deaf man is working, a cripple is working, and for you, healthy and strong, you want to beg. Heavy and strong, you don't want to live as per your standards. Now you want to use other people to live you so that you can live up to a certain standard you desire, yet you're not ready to work for it. So let's learn to be hardworking people also. Okay, nimebebwa. Let me get back to where I was. So I said we all experience mental health differently, and that's okay. That's very okay. It's only the level that matters. Unapata some for others it's worse, or it has gone now beyond control. Everyone is crazy. Like, depending on this, what people are going through, everyone is crazy. Everyone is thinking about something. There is no any person who is not thinking about something. So let's learn to understand that being sick, but I understand the stigma that goes on when towards a person who is mentally sick. Some people think that they are very special because they haven't suffered from that. You even see them bragging about how strong their bodies are. There is no any person who is strong, my friend. In terms of a disease, nobody is strong. And what you need to do is, when you're not okay, go to the hospital, go and see a specialist on what you're suffering from. Speak up, let them talk. We say that this thing of what will people say has killed so many visions, has killed so many dreams, has killed so many desires, because people are like, what will people say, especially in families. I think that is why even the Bible is very specific that if you're going through a certain problem, don't even look far. Don't look far. Like, the families have become worse. Gone are the days when families were connected. Gone are the days when families had unity. So the only unit you can have, unity in a family, is in your nuclear family. Nuclear family, mother, father, and children. But the extended family, you find people who are jealous, you find other, they are crazy. You don't know how hard you have worked to be where you are. People who don't want to see you prosper, and this is wrong. I tell people that the best jealous you can ever have is if I see you with something, or if I see something good that pleases me in your house, I have no time to think about eliminating you. Or, there are people who see you something and they plan, now you're going to steal from her, but and others are there now to discourage you and to make you feel like you have not done anything, even you're not seeking any approval from any man. But on the other hand, there are such kind of people want to pull you down. But the best jealous that you can ever have, and because there is a lot of competition, The best jealousy you can never have is one. Have you seen something good at your neighbor's place? Have you seen something good at any other person's place? Then go and plan. Go and sit down, plan, and be like, now I want something like what I saw, or I want something better than what I saw. I think work on your self development, work on your self improvement. That is the most important thing. But if you're the kind of a person who discourage, don't listen to people who discourage you. Those are not important. In this school of life, we only have a class of only one person, and that is you. And it's you to determine where you want to be and where you see yourself in. Just like in interviews, they ask, where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? Plan your life and set goals. And at any time a goal you set hasn't worked, then don't now accumulate negative thoughts. Think on what you can do. Sometimes if you reach a corner in a life and you are traveling straight, just adjust and take the corner. Maybe that's where God is purposing you to be, or that is the will of God to see you there. Yeah. So we all experience mental health differently, and that's very okay. But let's learn to listen to what other people are going through. Then check back in after some time now, after you've listened to what this person is going through, or this person who is struggling is going through. Then check back in and offer to connect them to help if they need it. Yeah, someone tells you, I'm struggling with finances, or I'm about to be auctioneered, and you want to help, and you go back to find out like how is the person progressing on, and you find that the person is still struggling with the issue that he or she shared with you. Then after checking back in, you can offer to connect them to help if they need it. And again, you can also, if you feel that you're in a situation to assist in one way or the other, may it be financially, may it be psychologically, may it be connect this person. But right now I'm talking about someone who's struggling mentally, someone who's struggling with issues. Connect them with help. If you find that this person is totally depressed, take this person to a psychiatric for counseling or whatever. It's very important. So let's not learn to laugh at people. One thing I've learned, and one thing I'm very sure of, not everyone in the church is a good person. And I can tell of a story where I fell sick one day in the church. I felt very sick in the church, and nobody cared. They were going on with their meetings, and nobody cared. So sometimes where you think you can get help is not where you get help. I've seen people, barmaids and other people, helping people who have gotten an accident. But I have seen in the church people being condemned for suffering, people being condemned for struggling. So not every church offers help. And I think the God of the church has changed. And let me talk this very boldly, because churches have abandoned their goals. Their goals was to serve humanity, and right now they are not doing that. Like you faint in the church and someone imagines like you have a demon, you have a spirit that needs to be condemned, my friend, and you're sick. So let's change the way we are living. Let's change the way we are treating other people. And people think now they can solicit funds from you by preaching the wrong information and giving false information regarding you. Like you really, I've seen people who really wanted to serve in the church and they ended up being mentally ill. You cannot tell what goes on. I think Be careful, because you don't know when the devourer will come. You don't know when things will happen. So let's not brag about anything in this world. At the end of the day, we shall all leave this world and what you have created in it and what God created. We shall all leave it here. I'm not saying that you should not live a worthy life, but I'm saying as you sit down and think and laugh about someone or how someone has messed up, those are life lessons. Those are life lessons that teach someone, and sometimes experience, your own experience, is the best teacher. For me, I've come across friends who will never do anything for you. They'll be there judging you, and they want you to do things for them, but they never do for you anything. Those are not, if you have such kind of friends, my friend, those are not friends worth keeping. Friends who look for you whenever they have a need and they don't look for you when they are okay, those are not friends to look up to. Those are not best people to live with. Those are, count them, those ones are not your friends. Those ones are your enemies. People who look for you when they have a need, those are not friends. And let's learn to understand. Let's learn to discern who is a good friend and who is not a good friend. So let's purpose to help other people. If you are in a position to help your neighbor who is sleeping hungry, kindly do that before someone does something and you end up regretting and wishing that I wish I knew I could have helped this person. Maybe this person could have lived. Maybe this person could not have committed suicide. But people will be there out laughing at you when you're going through problems. And that's a very bad mentality of people living in a country where they don't even have empathy. They don't have any kindness in themselves. Their work is to laugh at other people when they're going problems. Anyway, I'm not giving a lecture. I'm just teaching you on what is going on and what we are going through. So learn to listen. So quick tips: learn to listen, and to listen empathetically. Have empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of that person who is struggling. Next, let the person share at their own speed. And then don't pass judgment or offer advice. Just be there first and to listen to them what they are going through. And finally, check back in and offer to connect them to help if they need it. So that's all for today, and thank you for being my subscribers. Thank you so much for being my viewers. Thanks for sharing. Sharing is caring, as they say. Let's share what we have. Sharing is caring. Let's make merry. Let's be happy. Let's be responsible people. Let's be disciplined people. Let's not laugh at other people, because you don't know what this person is going through. So, some are just like putting a smile to cover up what they're going through from the inside. So thank you everyone for being a wonderful viewer. Thank you for being a great subscriber. Thank you for those even who are watching without having subscribed. I still appreciate you. I still honor you. And I'll be here to offer more help on what life is really offering. Many will be like, she's young. But yeah, I'm young, but I've been through hell and I'm back. Yeah. So subscribe, guys. Hit that notification bell, because more is coming. I have people in line, people who will share their experiences, people who will tell us what it has been like to be in a certain situation where you could not even share with anyone. So let's purpose to sticking to this channel, because this channel is yet to offer more. So bye bye everyone, and I love you. If you are there and you feel like you need to talk to someone, and you feel like you need to share what you're going through, you need to relieve yourself, feel free. Feel free. We have a lot to share, and we must emerge victorious at all times. No matter how hard life hits hits us, we must rise and walk again and fly actually. So bye bye everyone. I'm really, really grateful. Remember, Sharon Wakio YouTube channel. In Facebook, find me in a page called Shariton. Shariton is like a music name I came up with for my music, but then I found another purpose on what I can be doing. And in Instagram, search for me, Warkeo Sharon. That's my name. So bye bye everyone. I'm really, really grateful. See you.